A commute nightmare. Dozens of regional rail trains are canceled today. Why SEPTA says this has to happen.
An end to the government shutdown finally in sight as senators make a tentative funding deal, but don't expect instant results. What still has to happen before the government reopens.
Birds fans feeling the chill in Green Bay, but they are ready to heat up Lambeau Field. We're checking in on who's taking the field tonight. Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It's Monday, November 10th, 2025.
Hey, everyone. I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. You know, there's a lot to get to, starting with some breaking news we were following all morning of Philadelphia's Fentonville neighborhood.
Yeah, a woman died overnight in a hit-and-run crash. NBC 10's Lili Zheng is at police headquarters with what investigators are sharing.
Right now, police are working through any evidence they've already collected, like surveillance video and any witness statements. Right now, they're also working on a car description. What they know so far, the victim is a woman in her late 30s. We're told she was found on C Street near East Ruscombe. We're told someone passing by called 911. Now, all this happened a little after 1 o'clock. Police confirmed the victim died at Einstein. Her identity has not been released yet. Now, it's possible we will learn about her identity and what exactly happened later on today. Reporting from police headquarters, Lili Zheng, NBC 10 News.
And there is more trouble for SEPTA riders today. The transit agencies canceled dozens of trains.
SEPTA says it needs to do this to finish government-ordered inspections. NBC 10's Brenna Weick is at the Chestnut Hill West station where commuters couldn't get on a train for hours this morning.
If you plan on taking a train from Chestnut Hill West into Center City or to Temple University this morning, you may want to make other plans. All throughout the day, we expect to see cancellations because of inspections going on with their Silverliner IV cars. You can see the platform is a ghost town this morning. Every train so far this morning has been canceled. The first one is scheduled to leave at 7:58. That is a long time after the first one is typically scheduled to take off again. This is all because of inspections that were ordered by the Federal Railroad Administration in the beginning of October. They were set to end November 1st, but that deadline has been extended until November 14th. This is all because of fires that had been happening with the trains and due to safety concerns. Here on the platform, you can hear the announcement from SEPTA officials apologizing for the delays and cancellations. If you do end up being able to get onto a train today, just expect a lot of extra volume since a lot of people are trying to get on a limited number of cars. Reporting from Chestnut Hill West, Brenna Weick, NBC 10 News.
All right, the Senate has agreed to tentatively deal to reopen the government.
And it's all thanks to 8 Democrats, including Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, who voted yes. The vote happened around 11 o'clock last night. The deal still needs to be passed in the House before it goes to President Trump's desk for a signature. All of that still days away. The package will fund certain departments through next year. SNAP benefits would be funded through next September. The bill does not include an extension of Obamacare subsidies, but the Senate has agreed to vote on a separate bill for an extension in December. This deal only funds the government through January. Anyone
who relies on SNAP will not get full benefits this month. The USDA announcing Friday it would comply with a federal judge's order to fully fund the program, but the Supreme Court put that ruling on hold late Friday night. Yesterday, the USDA told state SNAP agencies to immediately undo the steps to issue payments. Any state that doesn't comply may lose federal funding.
Issues are expected to linger at airports even after the government reopens. Dozens of flights have been delayed or canceled today at Philadelphia International Airport. It's because the FAA is dealing with an air traffic controller shortage, and they're not expected to return to work once the shutdown ends. Flights here in Philly and across the country are being cut to ensure that air traffic controllers who are working are not overwhelmed. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says air travel is only going to get worse before Thanksgiving.
Count on NBC 10 to keep you updated on all these breaking news stories. Download the free NBC 10 app, but turn on your notifications. It'll send you alerts anytime there's new information. Happening right now, stopping at the Rocky statue. It's not just for tourists.
A red light camera is now active where Kelly Drive meets Aikens Oval. Right now, it is the start of a warning period. I know that light well. But on January 8th, anybody caught running a red light there will get a $100 ticket. Ooh.
Right.
Preston and Steve's Camp Out for Hunger event is happening now.
Let's take a look at Xfinity Mobile Arena parking lot under the tent. That's where WMMR Radio is hosting their broadcast all week. Their annual event helps collect food for Phil Abundance. You could donate the drive all week long. I just texted Nick, who's up there, and he says, going to do this whole week in honor of Pierre Robert. which is really nice.
Well, of course.
Yep, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So there we go. We're excited, though. 9 a.m. if you guys are tuning in to Preston and Steve, we'll be on. The Eagles, meantime, playing primetime football at Lambeau Field tonight.
Yeah, it's been 5 years since the Eagles played at Lambeau. It's also known as the frozen tundra. Temperatures are not expected to get out of the 30s today in northwestern Wisconsin. Might even snow, but the players say they're not bothered by the cold, plus the playing surface is heated, too, so there's that.
Yep, looking at some injury notes, A.J. Brown, good to go. He missed the last game with a hamstring injury. Edge rusher Nolan Smith, questionable. He was on injured reserve and missed the last 5 games with a triceps injury. Brandon Graham could also hit the field for the first time since coming out of retirement. And of all those names we just mentioned, that's the biggest one right there.
Of course.
The leadership presence in the locker room, but does he still have it out there on the field? And I suspect yes, he does.
Well, wasn't he practicing this whole time? He was before he even announced he was coming back.
Yeah.
He was at NovaCare. He was not practicing, but like staying in shape, working out.
Yeah. I mean, he was, if you remember the last season, getting over an injury, ended up playing late in the playoffs.
Yes.
And I think retired because he wanted to retire on top, not because his body couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what's really interesting. So in the very least, he's an excellent depth piece here and great locker room presence. At most, he could be a threat on the end, which is interesting.
And in coming back, he said, hey, look, I just didn't feel like I was done.
That's right.
I got more in me.
Yep.
All right. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Erin Coleman, I'm Keith Jones. You can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. You can catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See ya.